Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm Jeff.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff.
Um,
We have a returning guest.
our boy Justin came back.
What's going on?
So
Yeah.
nice, had to run it back twice.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
He said he liked it so much he had to come back again, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh man,
That's dope. So, how was your what was it? Labor Day? Memorial Day?
yeah,
Memorial Day?
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day
Day,
weekend.
yeah.
How'd that go, man?
I was just working, man. Straight
Yeah.
through.
No days off?
No days off.
Damn.
Even
bro.
with days off, really nothing to do. So
No, I feel it.
You didn't
I feel
celebrate and do anything crazy like that.
I don't went nuts. I had some.
You didn't celebrate or do anything crazy.
no,
It was just work.
I had
work
some-
and just relax afterwards. But
Oh, that's facts. Honestly, that's like the best thing to do. You know, especially now because it's getting way too fucking hot.
Well, I mean, you just told me right now we have our first hurricane,
Oh yeah,
tropical
Agatha.
storm.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, Agatha.
I don't be watching the news, man.
Period. You know,
Periodically.
periodically. You know, sometimes you gotta see what's up. We just
I'm making up words.
Stanford.
Stanford.
Yep.
He ain't never gonna let you live that down.
I want you
Never.
to call me out my bullshit because if I don't enunciate,
Bro, we'll just have a thesaurus set up right there for
exactly.
you.
Put it right there for me so I can
But
understand.
yeah,
what it
we're
says.
getting our first. I'm not gonna say hurricane, but it's looking like it's
Where's it at right now?
It's crossing that little thin strip that connects North America to South America. I think Panama or some shit like that. Yeah, it's like crossing right over the Panama Canal, and they are thinking it's gonna be here by Saturday. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Agatha was prepped. She said, "Shit,
Can't wait to see how it is in the company. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know, a bunch of
there it
water.
goes.
y'all need to come in today. Fucking tornadoes." And
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, who's gonna give? You know, who's gonna put the water out every 2 seconds?
I'm surprised they didn't have y'all prep because I know like when I was working there, they used to like right before hurricane season started, you guys would get like a whole bunch of pallets of water and they just store them up on.
Well, we were at the certain places get charted, certain ones.
Oh damn! They say y'all need to fend for yourselves.
Yeah,
Y'all
pretty
right
much.
on the beach.
Yeah, you
Hell
ain't
no.
getting nothing.
Well, yeah, that's still happening. You know,
We're gonna get it, but we're not gonna get.
Yeah,
Like,
they haven't said anything to us.
Were you here for Irma?
what year was that?
2017, I think.
Yeah,
That's when I was at 1325.
What do you think about that, man? Because I know that shit was crazy.
it sucked.
I know-
I literally I was hoping to stay at work the entire time. I had no AC for like 12 days, so
Oh
I'd
right.
rather
'cause
just be at work.
You know he was in Lehigh, so you kind of.
Oh, facts. So
Yeah.
you already knew like Lehigh got flooded.
Oh yeah.
Shit was busted up. No one could find gas. We were out of power for 2 weeks.
Yep.
That was
Yeah, I had to go all the way.
No cell phone signal.
Yeah, I had to drive all the way into I think past Daniels to get gas. Yeah.
And we had that secret going towards the one across from right next to the college.
Yeah.
Right across from Miramar. If you took that back,
Oh, that was me, my guy.
No, you need to light it up.
Nah, my bad. That was me.
was the battery dying?
Nah.
No, we need to see him.
Oh man.
But there was like this little safe haven right next to the airport,
Mhm.
right as you're crossing that underpass. No one knew about it. So every time we needed gas, we just drive there, headed towards the airport. It was just like empty all the time.
So before I moved out, what we would do was if my mom was off, I would take her car, leave my car, and then they'd fill it up with gas. And then if he was off, he'd take my car. I would take his car, and then he would take my mom's car. So it was kind of like a cycle. One of us would stay and wait in line for gas for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, I never that was just. Oh,
that was
man.
a pain in it. Remember, motherfuckers was killing people over that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember I heard like 2 stories. Someone had cut someone off in line, and they just pulled out the blick and just lit them up.
I go, yep, that's Florida for you.
I need my gas. Well, now nobody's getting gas. Not only are you dead, but you're going to jail.
That's what. Well, now, now
Good job.
You ain't getting no gas.
Yep.
You going to jail.
Exactly.
But yeah, because like now, speaking of gas, when I was up in Sarasota, I was talking to Brianna's family. One of them brought up this joke where like, you know how they have this whole agenda, like pushing electric cars. That's why they're like hiking up gas prices so they can
so they can get more people to get electric cars and solar panels.
Well, that's one of the reasons I think they're doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. Especially like they got all that money and that funding and shit with the infrastructure to install charging stations. But I was like, so what happens? What happens if whatchamacallit, like they said something along the lines of someone got like an electric car, but the fear that most people have with electric cars is like the range phobia. Like
that's the. I think
where
that's
you
the
gonna
biggest
find
issue.
the next charging station?
Exactly, and you can only find them in the cities where like Miami, Tampa,
Yeah,
Tallahassee,
only like big
Orlando,
and the one they had in Gulf Coast, they tore it all down.
Yeah, and well they
rebuilt it
In the same location.
No, they took it down from where it was before, and they're putting it right where they right across from Costco.
Oh, that's right.
Was it J.C. Penney that was in there? There was J.C. Penney and whatever that strip there.
That strip.
Well, they're putting the Tesla charging station right there.
The supercharging station.
Because where it was at, like, I don't know.
It was kind of weird.
Well, it's far from everything too, because everybody had to literally walk a distance just to go where they needed to go, especially if they wanted to charge their cars.
That's facts.
So they're probably putting it closer to certain buildings and stuff.
But I noticed that the couple weeks ago I went by there and then I seen it. I don't know if they're just putting the whole butts there. I don't know, but I seen it.
And they're gonna charge you extra if you're not on Tesla's network or some shit like that.
That's how they get you. How that goes.
That's how they get you. But pretty much they're like, you know, people have like range fears and stuff for how far they can get on a single charge. I was like, you know, why don't you do some counterproductive bullshit where you just put a gas generator in the back and plug your electric truck in there.
Hey,
that way.
It's constantly going to keep
I
running.
can see that. Everybody be cool with that.
That'd be wild.
Exactly. Until you can invent something that can go 500 miles. I mean, you're not going to get it like that. I mean, they said the Tesla truck would do that, but...
You know how many hours... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. The Tesla truck will do that, but they keep pushing it back.
You know how many hours it takes to fully charge one, though?
How many?
It's like I think it's like 12 to 18 hours. Imagine going across country where you got to stop 12 hours to fully charge your car.
Which is probably why they
It'd take you a week, like back in the day.
Yeah, and that's on like the superchargers
Yeah.
too. Because now they're trying to push, you don't have to go to a supercharger. You can just plug it in your house. How long you think that's going to take?
Well, how much you paying it? How much you paying an
Boy,
hour
that
per
electric
charge?
bill.
How much is it per charge an hour?
I don't know. I don't know ain't it like 300,000 million? I don't know how long it takes to charge that.
I didn't even know that you had to buy the charger separately.
Really? Because I remember like the first time they started that, it used to come bundled with it.
But
then
the
they're
guy
like,
I used to work with, he bought one. He saved up, bought one, and I'm like, and then he said something about I had to leave early or whatever because the people were coming to install the charger. And I didn't come with it. He's like, no, you gotta buy it separately. It's like $500-$600.
Because like
to install it in your house.
Oh no, that's just to buy it.
I'm guessing it's like
Then you gotta pay to install.
To install it, right?
Shit.
Yep. Bundle that with your mortgage. That's
That's it.
yeah, that's how they get you. Like, cause I seen, cause I know with Tesla you have to install like that power wall battery thing, but I think it was like one of the other Ford, a Ford commercial. I think for the Lightning, it literally just looked like an outlet, like a 2-prong plug, and then you just plug it into your car. But
I mean, I've seen the same commercial. That was one where like the lights went out in their house or whatever, and they plugged it into their truck. I mean, that's a good idea, especially down here with the electric going out and with the hurricanes and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's facts. If only we had cars.
I wouldn't mind that then, but I'm not, Other
that's
than
not
that,
what you're. Yeah, it's not worth it right now.
No.
It's
not.
Yeah, they have what is it? Tax credits for it, but in the long run, we don't have the infrastructure.
No, we don't. And then the range on them too is not as I mean 230 miles average, and then you got to pay another $5,000.
And that's without any weight.
Yeah, and then you got to pay.
Imagine if you're towing.
Yeah,
that cuts.
Or just imagine if I'm driving there.
Well, I'm launching that bit every time.
Man, 120. What do you mean? I thought we got 230. No, I didn't read the fine print. My bad.
That's how they get you.
You know how that goes.
Nah, but that brings up the point where it's like we could have went the other direction with the whole what was it? The guy that it's this conspiracy where there's the guy that invented the car that ran on water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the hydro.
The hydro car or some shit like that. It was the guy that invented the car that ran on water, and he like disappeared.
He died.
Well, here's the thing.
Allegedly.
The day he died in it was in like a diner, and he was talking to.
He got poisoned.
Poisoned, yeah.
He took a drink. He took a drink of cranberry juice, and then ran outside. He was with his nephew or his brother. I think it was his brother, and he ran outside and like that's it.
And he just
croaked right outside the front door.
So you think the reason why they killed him is because he messed up the whole oil?
Just because he had a patent going. He wanted to get a patent for it, and I believe I don't know how it works, but
Stanley Meyer.
If he's dead, does the patent still go through?
Screen share.
That's the question.
Oh yeah, let me pull that up. Yeah, Stanley Meyer. That's trip because I was reading up on that. Because like I heard the story floating around and. Like, I didn't really think nothing. Of course, they're going to say he wasn't assassinated.
Oh, well,
get out of here.
And then, of course, when you say he is assassinated, you're going to look crazy saying
So,
that he's
of course.
assassinated.
It was like a water fuel cell. And it was, and like, the byproduct it released was like just oxygen and all that. So, water fuel cell split water, hydrogen, oxygen, mechanism, agent. All right, so.
How close was he? Does it say?
I think he had it. Like he actually had like a working. He had a working prototype.
Yeah, his was working.
His was a working prototype.
I don't know what happened to it though.
Well,
it went in the archives with everybody else that changes history.
well, think about.
But we ain't ready for this. Let's put it away.
Think about what happened with Nikola Tesla. All of his inventions revolved around like free energy, like shit you could just find like. Build using, you know.
But if you can't charge people, then how can you?
Well, yeah, you literally built the entire world dependent on gas and fossil fuels. Of course, you're gonna have people in your back pocket.
Of course,
people want to silence you, they'll do it. But this wasn't what you would consider like a hydrogen fuel cell, like you see with like Priuses and all that, where it's like.
Oh, you can switch from...
Yeah, it's like a specially pressurized like hydrogen compound. It's really flammable as well, too. Mm-hmm. But it really just ran on water. And he actually did get sued. So 2 investors said he had sold a dealership the right to do business and water fuel cell technology, sued him in 1996. His car was due to be examined by expert witness Michael Lawton. Professors of electrical engineering.
So suing him held back him releasing that.
Of course, they'll just sue you till you have.
And then they started the assassination plot to get rid of
see,
him.
Here goes. So Stanley Meyer died suddenly March 20th, 1998, while dining at a restaurant. His brother claimed that during a meeting with 2 Belgian investors in a restaurant, Meyer suddenly ran outside saying they poisoned me. After an investigation, the Grove City Police went with the Franklin County coroner, reported that ruled Meyer, who had high blood pressure, died of cerebral aneurysm.
So how much did they pay him to say that? So if we pull up the autopsy again and get somebody that's not being paid to redo the examination, do you believe that they're going to find poison in his system?
Probably.
Here's the thing, too. But
that's a good one.
After his patent expired, though, his inventions are now in the public domain. So, like, can anyone just, like... No one's really tried to, you know, kind of start that back up again? Like, kind of look at his blueprint, see what he was doing?
Yeah. Well, probably because...
I mean, if you don't want to die, I mean...
Yeah, I mean... Well, then again, they might say we're ready now compared to we're ready in 1998.
Are we ever going to be ready?
I mean, are we ever going to be ready for aliens?
Yeah.
Even by your 2035
prediction? Yeah, but
prediction?
that's... Okay. From water fuel cell, where it's like proven tech, to like aliens, where it's just more speculation.
What I'm saying is,
like
are we ever going to be ready for anything? That's kind of, I'm doing like I'm saying it in a general broad statement. We're never going to be ready for anything. But the question is, if we don't move forward, then we're essentially just cavemen.
But I think they want to just have the control of when we do and when we don't move forward.
Probably.
That's facts.
And can they make a profit from it?
Exactly.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
they can't make a profit. We ain't moving nowhere.
It's just like the cure. It's just like the cure to AIDS. They probably got in their back pocket, but they ain't releasing it because they can't make money from it.
I talked about that the other day, where I was gassing up the whole mRNA thing. I was like, yeah, this is gonna cure AIDS and cancer, and they're like, nah, bro.
Magic Johnson,
cancer's
come on,
too
man.
much money, bro.
Magic Johnson should have been dead a long time ago.
Cancer makes people way.
Oh yeah, that's
too
it.
much money.
Exactly. Well, yeah, because it costs. Give them a pill that'll cure their cancer, or make them take chemo where their insurance companies are going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's what they're going to give them.
They will never do that to us. Right.
I can't, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's wild. Well,
you guys are crazy for thinking that.
Yeah. You're propaganda.
Yeah.
ain't that what it always is, man?
Yep.
Everything is a form of propaganda.
Yep. Like you said with the whole aliens thing, how many people did they call crazy before they actually acknowledged it? And now it's like
everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody. Remember the guy who actually started the resurgence of that?
Mm-hmm.
He said he quit the Department of Defense, but they pushed him out, like, because he has a Netflix documentary where he kind of goes in depth on that whole thing. But
Stanley
Myers. The term feels so. All right, so we're off that. You said you had something interesting to tell us.
Yes,
that they might be hiding a subterranean.
Look, hold on. We talking about Mandela? We talking about my?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear what. Yeah, we're gonna get to the Mandela effect. Let's talk about that.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I mean,
was it in China?
No, he found it.
You found
He
it.
found it.
It was in China.
Because
I can't pronounce the name of the.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Because I was talking about hollow Earth theory. Because when me, I'm always up in the clouds when I'm watching movies, and Godzilla.
Jeff, I don't know when you ever came down from the clouds. What the hell? You always sound.
But
like
I'm watching Godzilla versus Kong, and then the whole hollow Earth theory keeps coming back up again. I mean, it was brought up in the 18th century, and then it wasn't brought back up till 1987. And of course, the theory is the North and South poles are thin,
and the Northern Lights are or like I don't want to say not the reflection, but like the northern, something about there's something that has to do with the Northern Lights that's affected by the sun that's inside the Earth.
Right. Okay. Cause like I was on YouTube the other day, and like these were from like some really well-known science channels where they were talking about
even the History Channel.
Yeah, even the History Channel.
Yeah.
There was one where they were like the diagram of the Earth. You know how when you're coming up in school and you're learning about like geography and shit, and they show you like
we learned about that.
Well, because I remember them saying something about they dug only 8 miles deep into the Earth, but after that's as far.
It got too hard.
It's 4,000 miles deep.
The crust is 4,000. We only dug 8 miles, and it got too hot.
Because it got too hot.
It's a turn, bro. Wow. That's trip.
But if they can get beyond that, then there's something that.
Would they be able to though? Can they?
That's the thing. They discovered water.
Yeah, there were trapped oceans. Okay, so, all right. So you see how like
he's getting excited.
When you see these diagrams of the Earth, they show you these nice little perfect levels.
What we learned in elementary.
That's completely wrong.
Yep, it's all bullshit.
That's completely wrong. So like with new, like I want to say sonar, but not really sonar. Like just those sonar.
Ground penetration radar.
There we.
Bringing it in.
Okay, ground penetration radar. So they found that the way that they've been teaching us these diagrams is not how the Earth is.
It's false. This comes from the History Channel too, by the way, guys.
So like, there's little pockets.
Fact check.
Like there's little pockets.
Fact check. We're not crazy, we promise.
Like there's little pockets of like magma and molten. There's even like pockets of oceans. Because I remember it was like 2-3 years ago when there were like cave divers. And it's always in China for some reason.
Yeah, that's the article that he found.
It's always in China, where there were some cave divers. They broke through in a underwater cave, or like a cave, and it revealed an entire ocean with like fish and animals,
Ancient
animals
yeah.
they never even discovered, like undisturbed for millions of years. And it makes you think, like, what the fuck is going on under here? You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, like, even when we're like exploring the ocean, because we only discovered less than 0.8% of.
Yeah, we know more about
we
know more about space than we do our own oceans.
Right. And as we, even like with the Mariana Trench, where you go further down and down, and you start seeing those those hydro vents, where it's like thousands and thousands of degrees, and you still see crabs and little fish swimming around, like,
because they have the armor to survive it. Like, they're running through the hot water. Yeah, I watched that documentary
and
with
it's
you.
like not affecting them at all. So they're thinking, because with these hydro vents, it's pumping out hot water. So under that layer where the seafloor lies, there's something under there pumping more water out. So like the theory that where he brought up the whole hollow earth thing, it's like there could be more life living like under the earth's crust that we don't know about. And especially with the recent finding that they did in China, that little lost cave where that news reporter was like tweaking out and shit.
Oh, the sinkhole with the ancient trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sinkhole
in China.
Well,
the crazy thing too is, I know in 47 they sent an Admiral Byrne, or whatever his name was.
That's what I was talking about. Right?
Yeah. That's what Justin found, and they found ancient trees that they've never seen before. So they're like,
this is the second, that one right there, the one you're talking about. They found, I think, one before this one. This one is the one I read about where they have trees and grass as tall as like 6 foot.
Surviving, yeah. And then they said they might find subterranean creatures down there too if they keep
130-foot tall ancient tree.
And this is a sinkhole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or the entrance, as we can call it, if we can find a way to get there.
You think there's some King Kong type shit?
Hey, I hope so. I'll be like, fuck the surface.
Fucking
let me go
kaiju. What was it? What movie was that? Pacific Rim. Where like in the middle of the earth, there was like a portal, or was it the middle of the earth or the ocean?
No, Pacific Rim. The Pacific Rim.
Oh, word.
Actual.
Right.
Actual name, Jeff.
Right.
But like in 47, there was this like they sent this Admiral Byrne over the Antarctic, and he said beyond it there was like luscious green trees and advanced civilization and the doorway to.
He later died after the interview.
They told him to stop talking, and then after that they later killed him because they made him sound crazy, because they brought him to the White House and they said, you need to stop talking about this, and of course he mysteriously died. And then when Justin was telling me about how the army, the Navy or the Army.
That was the Navy, I believe.
The Navy is stationed at the North Pole or the South?
Yeah, I think it was. I read it was the North Pole.
Yeah, they're stationed.
You can take a cruise ship or whatever to like a piece of it, like a tourist location. But anything else, you try to go like, if you keep trying to go past to where they allow you to, there's like armed guards, everything.
They're gonna shoot you.
Not guards, like armed military.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot you down.
And it's like unmarked, like you don't even know who they work for.
But then they put it under the Something Protection Act for nature, like the Ocean Protection Act. So they pull that bullshit, so you can't go beyond that. But based off of what he said before they mysteriously killed him, yeah, there you go. No, Richard Byrne or something.
Evelyn Byrne.
Yeah, there you go. So he went beyond the Antarctic, and he said he discovered luscious greens, advanced creature civilizations, and the pathway to get into the hollow earth. But then they questioned his sanity, and then they said later his people went to the South Pole, and they also found the same thing too. But then they told him to stop talking because he apparently he was supposed to be sounding crazy. Are you reading it?
Yeah. Okay. So controversy.
Yeah. So basically, like Justin was saying, they killed him after that, or he mysteriously died.
He died. Something.
Yeah. So
I'm sure natural causes.
Damn, that's sketch, man.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
That's sketch.
you ask the man to do this, and then you're gonna kill him for speaking out.
And that's the thing too, because they said like before the continents split up, Antarctica was like this giant lush green.
Yeah. It was
forest,
luscious green
right.
before it became cold. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Before it was this whole
And I
thing.
remember when you were saying something as, instead of us looking in space for life, life might be inside the Earth.
That's fact.
And we're just looking in the wrong direction.
That's
We're sitting there
right.
sending out signals and stuff like that to try to figure out what's going on out there. What if they're already here? And then he was also explaining something about ships that didn't use any propulsion, that was able to move back and forth really fast, quick, make the UAPs, Jeff. He was talking about the UAPs. But that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Maybe
that
we should go over there. We should plan a trip.
What?
Antarctica.
Who dying first?
First hand, no, but we'll live stream it though.
Yeah,
We'll live stream
yeah.
it.
When they throw in the
It's for a good cause. We might lose our lives, but it's for a good cause.
I seen there was a video of there's a bunch of fishermen on a boat and they went, I don't know where, I think it was like, I don't want to say North Pole, it was somewhere either south or north that they were trying to go to, and the naval ship stopped them.
yeah. So
And they went on the radio and they said, if you continue, we will blow you out of the water.
That's true. What?
And all you can see is this big ass naval ship. And there's like 4 or 5 guys on the boat, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And they're like waving the fishing pole, like, "We're just trying to go fishing." He's like, "Turn around."
Damn.
they will
Damn,
kill
what you think they hiding there, man?
But that's the thing, and that's why it's like all these things are connecting based off of
But it's like, what's the point? Yeah, that's true. Cause like, but what's the point of?
keeping the secret.
Yeah.
Like I said, are we ready for it? You might think we are, but a lot of people might not. You see what I'm saying? That's why I come with the whole hydrogen car thing in the 98? Mm-hmm. Are we ready for it?
Yeah, because oil tycoons was popping.
But
off.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's the fact that if we're ready for that. I just don't think that they want to lose the money.
Yeah,
And like you
oil.
said, it's always about
it's
profit.
all about the profit.
It's all about the profit. And
all about the profit.
If they can, I guarantee you, if they can tax that general idea or whatever it is, they'll release it.
Well, it's
You'll be
like,
allowed. If you pay to them, though, you can go. You could have that.
well, it's
you
like
know.
it's like
Pay to
Jurassic.
play.
It's like Jurassic World. They're charging people to see dinosaurs because you can profit from it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you do have an entrance to Hollow Earth, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to charge people? Are you creating a ride? Or are you trying to do a theme
They're
park?
probably just gonna build some more houses in it. You know?
You got to be the
Hey, you're gonna build some.
0.001%.
We're gonna build some houses, storage units, and car washes.
and strip malls.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The carbon level is high, so you're going to need some oxygen tanks. We're going to charge you for those oxygen tanks too.
Yep.
That's trip, man. That's scary as hell. But yeah, man. Let's get to this Mandela effect, man. At what point did you ever feel that, like, something you remembered isn't the way it was?
Okay,
before?
so real quick, I didn't know that Curious George was a monkey. I thought he was an ape because he didn't have a tail.
What's the difference?
What's the
Monkey.
difference?
No, like,
Call Mojo Jojo a monkey.
For
ain't
real.
Mojo Jojo a monkey?
No, he's an ape.
He's an ape,
Or he gets pissed
bruh.
because they called him a monkey in one of
Yeah.
the episodes.
Okay,
Same thing
pull
with
this up.
I mean, he's a lot younger, so I'm sure. You know,
chimpanzee.
Mandela. Am I spelling that right?
And no, it's Mandela or LLA.
Yeah, so when he sent me that and he said, "Yeah,
All right, let's go through the list.
he's a monkey," I'm like, "No, he's not." He's like, "Yeah, he is."
Oh, this was just
No. Well, do you remember the show? It
Was
was
it a movie or show?
a show.
Oh, it was a show. Okay.
Early '90s. It was, we weren't supposed to watch it. It was like Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Sex. And
I never watched it,
But you
I
know what
heard
I'm
of
talking
Yeah,
about.
I know
Yeah,
exactly.
it
what
was
you're
on
talking
HBO.
So
about.
what was it called?
Sex in the City.
Sex and the City,
Get the fuck out,
bro.
Oh.
It's Sex
Get the fuck out.
and the
What
City.
hell?
That's
It's
what it
Sex
said. That's what it
and the
is.
City?
That's what it is. I'm like, no, it's Sex in the City. But it's like, no, it's.
So like, when did you when did this become like a big thing? Because I remember, because I keep hearing there's this Because I brushed up on it, and they're like the world actually ended in 2012.
Oh, it
right?
really did, and we're in
But
a
we
simulation.
entered like a new reality, where everything we knew prior to then just kind of like flipped itself on its head.
I mean, there's a lot of different explanations
Mm-hmm.
that people think that it's that there's like we're in a different like man, I can't even speak on it because I forget.
Like an alternate reality or
Yeah,
some
like-
shit like that.
It
like
was
Jif.
Jiffy. No, it was Jiffy. That's a fucking lie.
Jiffy.
It was always Jiffy.
Looney Tunes.
Did you ever? I thought it was this.
It was supposed to be that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
apparently
Looney
it's
Tunes, right?
Like,
No,
why would it be Looney Tunes
Yeah.
as music?
Yeah, that's
Tunes. That's the.
Looney Tunes. That's
No, it was always Tunes. Not the first one, not the second
I think we found the double agent.
one.
The Berenstein Bears. Okay, so what's the right way?
It's the Bear Stain Bears.
But it's. I remember it as the first one.
Yeah, this is how because I used to read.
Yeah,
these,
Stain
I
Bears.
used to read these books all the time as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and me personally, I don't remember George having a tail, but I didn't know he was a monkey.
Apparently, he's a monkey.
He's a monkey.
He's
Yeah, there you go. Yep, Sex in the City, bro. They even have a picture.
And it's supposed to be Sex and the
And
City.
the City, the complete series, Febreze.
That
What's
one.
the difference?
first one.
Oh, it has the second E, Febreze.
That's how it was supposed to be. That's how I remember it.
That's how it was.
But they actually have like evidence. So like,
But it's some people that like we can remember that one. And see, I remember Oscar Mayer.
with
You know,
this, right?
No, with the second
No,
one.
with the
A?
A. It was A when we were young. It was A.
But there's people that like the Febreze one. I remember it as the first one with two E's.
Yeah,
Febreze,
They always
right?
had. They always had two E's.
But if you ask, not everybody is gonna remember that, and that's what goes to where it's a different like, I don't know if some people are like different realities or something like that, and we mix in.
Does that kind of follow the same trend? You remember the whole dress thing?
Yeah.
Oh, if
the
you
color.
see-
Yeah. Where it's like some people are still stuck in one reality and they see things this way. Where it's like everyone will see the dress as black and blue, and then some people are in a different reality where they see it as white and gold.
I see black and blue every time somebody said, "You're joking, right?"
So is this the original or is this the original? Skechers? That's Trip. Fruit Loops? Nah, I remember this.
I remember. Yeah.
Nah.
This is what I remember. I don't remember this actually being the word fruit because none of them hoes tasted like fruit. None of them tasted. I was mad as hell. And I remember they used to come out with like the special edition, like the lemon stripes and stuff.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
still tasted like
Same thing.
Same thing.
It was just for
That one I don't.
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
about
I don't know
this.
that one either.
It's the money man.
Bro, that's a big one right
This
there.
fucker did have a monocle.
He did. They
This
took
He's
out
not
man-
supposed to though.
He's not.
He doesn't have one.
Oh, they say people might confuse him between the Planters Peanut and Mr. Peanut.
There's always somebody on there trying to oh no, explain it away.
Hold on.
What's up?
Pikachu always had black on his tail.
Pikachu?
Yeah, I remember that.
No.
No?
No. Remember that was the girl Pikachus that had black on. No. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Don't listen to me.
He sounded crazy.
Kit Kat.
The
I
dash.
guess the Dash. What is this? Fruit of the Loom?
I remember
What's
the
the
basket.
difference?
The basket.
The basket.
I remember the basket.
I remember the
Whatever that's called. I don't even know what the hell it's
I
called.
don't know,
It's
it's a
A
basket.
cornucopia.
yes.
Yo.
I remember the
AKA
cornucopia.
basket.
Basket. Cheez-Its. I always called them Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Double stuff. These
What's-
hoes ain't even double stuff anymore.
What's the
Double thin.
Cheez-It?
no.
Oh,
What's the difference?
Oh, the extra F.
Oh, I don't pay.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that.
The cheese is definitely
I remember the Cheez-Its. Mona Lisa. What's the difference?
One is
the
smiling.
smile.
Yeah, one is smiling.
I don't know.
Man, that's way too down specific. Ain't no one trying to pay attention
Bro,
to
that one right there.
He had a white leg?
No, I've never seen him.
I ain't never seen this man with a white leg.
When I first seen that, I'm like, he never had no silver leg. It's a silver leg.
Lying.
I'm like, I watched the original Star Wars and I don't remember it.
C-3PO.
But that's why. But that's the crazy theory with the whole the multiverse theory. Like we're all vibrating, at a different frequency, but in the same space.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like those universes,
and that's why some people think, oh yeah, he did have a silver leg. I've never seen him have that.
Or like you said, your theory of your deja vus.
Right, like the multi-conscious theory.
Yeah.
So it's like all our consciousness are scattered across the multiverse, and we are all experiencing consciousness, but once, like, when one version of you diverges from that same reality, that'll come back to you as deja vu. Yeah. Where, like, you seen something, but it didn't happen to you. It happened to another version of you.
Or, like, if you feel yourself getting shot, dying, or something like that, you can feel it.
Or, like, a gut feeling.
Yeah, a gut feeling.
Like, the gut feeling is, like, the feeling you get when something happens or is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, your gut feeling is your future's deja vu or something like
exactly.
that. Cinderella's Castle. I don't know none of this. Oh, yeah, there was this one. Okay, so you remember the Publishers Clearinghouse? Mm-hmm. You know how they come to your house when you won $1 million for a week or $1,000 for life? They said this guy wasn't the guy who was presenting the...
Yeah, it was.
The awards.
Yeah, it was.
They said, okay, so we consider Ed McMahon, right? Mm-hmm. Handing families everywhere giant checks, but really McMahon was never really a spokesperson for the company. Instead, he worked for the American Family Publishers. He never handed anyone checks. He was just simply on the envelope.
So he was never at the door saying, you won
$1 million.
Yeah.
Play it again, Sam. Or hello, Clarice. How he never said hello, Clarice. He never said hello.
Shit. Yeah.
He never
right.
said
so then
hello.
Where did we get that from?
Where did we get that from? Or Luke, I am your father.
Or beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty.
He never said that.
He
never said it now. And just like Luke, I'm your father. He
said, no, I am your father.
No, it's Luke, I am your father.
It's Luke, I am your father.
But you can find it. You go on YouTube, whatever, and it says, no, I'm your father. I'm like, of course it's going to do that. You know?
Right, they fucking dubbed over that shit. Come on, man. There's probably money behind that, too. We're going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a bigger boat. That's trip. And what is this? Chartreuse? Is a magenta pink color? But it's a shade of green.
The shade of green and pink.
No. It was like chartreuse is. Do you remember someone saying chartreuse is a magenta pink color? So many others agree with you, but in reality, it's a shade of green. That's wild. No. Life is like about. Yeah, he never said that.
He never said that. They just named it that.
It's life was like a box of chocolate.
No, it's life is like a box of chocolate. I got the movie right now. We're gonna
come on,
and you can't dub over that shit.
Exactly. We're about to watch the whole movie.
No, you gotta find the original cassette. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You gotta find
VHS.
Yep, because you know
rewind that bitch.
You got it on Blu-ray. Come on, man. They probably added HD 4K special effects to that shit.
Yep.
Was it Mirror Mirror on the Wall? Mm-hmm. Said no, it's Magic Mirror on the Wall.
No, it's Mirror Mirror, and that's why I keep saying the whole. Multi-universe theory.
It has to be, because there's so many things that I'm like, no.
And if we can consciously jump from universe to universe, that'd be fucking crazy.
Do you think that's already... Well, think about it. Have you seen the Loki?
Loki series.
Loki series?
No, I have not watched the series.
Oh, man. So, pretty much the idea is, like, all the multiverses are, like, competing for dominance.
They're all connected on one timeline.
They're all connected on one timeline, and like
each timeline's
right. It's competing for dominance to be the main timeline, and essentially that's where the story follows. And then by the end, you kind of figure out like who the big bad is for like the next saga of the Marvelverse. But like that made me think, it's like, could that be like possible? You know what I'm saying? And how would you quantify? Like, how could you measure that shit? Besides, like, okay, Mandela effect or deja vu or something like that.
Yeah, it's like no matter what you try to, how do you try to explain it? It's always you misheard it or you misread it or you just
misinterpreted.
Or what some people say is like you're just thinking or believing that you've seen it that way, but you really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how they explained it, but it's like no, he really never said that. You're reading a bunch of this and you're reading this, and this, so it's your mind is telling you, oh yeah, he did say that.
Right.
But and just to believe the Mandela
but
effect.
if multiple people are saying,
well, that's their explanation that multiple, no matter how many people say they're reading into it so much that they're making themselves believe that the Mandela effect is a thing. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, where they're saying, no, you just misheard it. He never said.
Hello, Claire. He said good morning. That's so far from hello, Claire.
No, never.
he said,
but that don't even make sense. She came to see him at night.
Yeah, he's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he said good morning. What?
Bro, he's in a cell. Like, come on, bro.
That's why he's like, hello, Clarice. Nobody would just I got that movie too. We're gonna watch it.
I don't even know. Of the world. We are the champions of the world. Right.
What's it supposed to say? I mean, what do they say now?
Okay, we think Freddie Mercury belting out of the world at the end of We Are the Champions, but it never happened. Freddie does sing the words at the end of the song during the famous Wembley Stadium performance. So that's something he said, but it wasn't on the original track. It was like during a live performance. I guess Mr. Rogers, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Right? Oh, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
No, that don't make sense.
Nah.
No.
Okay, Lucy, you have some splaining to do. He actually never said that. Splain that if you can. And Lucy said, splain. Explain that. I never watched that. Fuck is this? Number of states? The correct number is 50, but some Americans and foreigners recall they're having 50.
What? How many states are there?
There's 50. There's 50 states.
Yeah.
And 13 original colonies, right? And then like a couple territories.
I thought there was 51.
You really don't? What would that 51st
Hawaii?
state?
I thought
Look it up.
I thought Hawaii was part of the 50.
Hold on. The 51st state. That was an actual movie. The 51st state in the U.S. What is the 51st?
No, I thought Hawaii was part of the 50 states.
The region is actually must go Cheyenne. I don't know what the fuck. Okay, so I know some people consider Puerto Rico as a 51st state, but
until they make it official.
The 51st state. Honestly,
it might be, dude. I don't know. I don't pay attention to school, dude. I know. I think the 51st would be like if you include Puerto Rico. I think that would be the thing.
Right. But I would assume. But that also reminds me of that one video when they were interviewing the lady. What did she say? How many stars on the flag or some shit? Like
yeah. How many stars and stripes are on the flag?
What did she say, bro? She said some dumb ass shit. I forgot what it was.
I think one of them said 100.
She said like
100
stars. Yeah.
How many stars?
Is it 50
on the flag?
Yeah, represent every state.
Enter.
I don't know anymore. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, what universe are we in, Jeff? It might be 49. He gave me that look.
Oh, I think it was this one. Oh shit, here we go. This shit was hilarious. No, I wanted to go on YouTube, not Twitter, bro. Not trying to go into that assessment.
But I know you were talking about the whole Shazam movie where Sinbad.
Do you remember Sinbad?
Sinbad, the comedian.
He was the rapper, right? No, he was a comedian.
He was a comedian.
He didn't rap?
He was a bad comedian, but he was a comedian.
Didn't he rap in that Genie movie?
No, that's Kazam, not Shazam. Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm.
Quit playing, bro.
Type in, open up a, type in Sinbad in Shazam.
In Shazam. Sinbad in Shazam. Yeah, that's a real thing. Sinbad and Genie movie. You're not gonna tell me this is a lie.
Look, read that.
For instance, there are some people that have a memory of seeing a movie called Shazam starring Sinbad as a irrepressible genie, even after it's pointed out to them that they're probably thinking a movie called Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal.
Nope.
No, bro.
Nope.
He went on record. He went on record and said, "I made this movie.
Yep.
I remember the movie.
They erased it from the internet.
They scrubbed it."
I remember Sinbad in Shazam.
We found Sinbad's Shazam Genie movie, right? There has to be. Nah, that's college humor. They found.
Look on.
They about to troll
Look
us.
at that last one, the confession.
Oh, hold on. Let me
That's
go
the one I think that's the video I watched.
back. Where's it? Oh, his deadly confession. Ooh.
Yeah, he said it online so they don't assassinate
They about to
him.
get spicy. That's why he ain't made no movies yet.
Oh yeah, his career was done.
Yeah, after that, because I know he was in First Kid, where he was the bodyguard for the president.
They're like, we're trying to program these people, and you fucking it up.
you in the wrong universe, sir. You need to go back.
There we go. Skip.
I just want to say, I'm embarrassed because I've been telling people I got patient man. People always walk up on me and I
Deleted.
Bro.
I didn't understand. I was just like this. I was doing a lot of crap.
Damn. So he's clowning people right now.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's wild. That's X-Men. Hold on.
You might be telling the truth too.
Yo, he really could. Like, all right, see, we laughing at him,
Yeah.
but be for real.
But
though.
that's the goal. That's the goal for
Be
you
for
to laugh
real
at
though.
them.
Like,
That really is the goal.
like think about it, right? Like, even just like a little example, right? Like, think about what's happening right now. You see how, what was it? A month into the whole Ukraine war, we saw all the fucking brainwashing Russia was doing to their people.
Mm-hmm.
For like a month, they didn't even know a war was popping off.
That's crazy.
Because they were just glued to the TV, just eating all that shit.
Yeah.
Eating all that.
Mhm.
That's programming, bro.
Yeah, it is.
That's how easy you could control a population to believe a
They
certain
did.
thing.
We always done that too. You know what I'm saying? They always played like, they used TV as the
Right.
what's the word for it? There's a word for it where you
Like,
play a whole bunch of stuff on TV, and like whatever you want to make people believe it.
oh, like subliminal message.
There you go.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, subliminal
Because
messaging.
and you know who actually like put a spotlight on that and crazy shit that you'll really see a lot of these things. The
Mhm.
Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You remember
Nia Nakmiyash.
Nia Nakmiyash
Joined the Navy.
backwards, and they
Backwards.
turned it into a whole song.
Yep.
Yo, that thing was so crazy, man.
And then literally
That was
Lisa
crazy.
Simpson broke it down.
broke
and
it down. She slowed it down. She's like Bart, the program.
Rewind this. And
Rewind
then as
this,
you
it's
rewind
like,
it, it's like,
join the Navy.
Because everybody in Springfield was just, I'm just joining the Navy. And he's like, Nia Nakmiyash.
Let me pull that up. You ever seen that episode? Hold on. Simpsons.
Can you even spell it? Oh, Simpsons joined the Navy?
Is it up there?
I don't know.
Simpsons join the Navy. Superliminal. It's called a superliminal message. So it's not subliminal, it's superliminal.
Superliminal. They put it in front of your face without you realizing it.
Evian not niage.
Yeah, there you go. Or join the Navy.
This is true. But yeah, like I don't doubt that this shit happens.
And that's the
every
thing.
single day.
Like he jokes about it. He jokes about it, but he's being serious. He could be being serious at the same time. He's making it as if it was a joke, but he could be seriously saying, "Yeah, I really did do this movie," but he's had to add jokes behind it because, of course, he's a comedian. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he's a comedian. He's joking about it and all that stuff like that." But truth be told, yeah, that could be it.
Yo, Simpsons was on some shit. Join the Navy.
And then back, and then meant
What does it mean? Doesn't mean anything. It's like Ramalama Ding Dong or Give Peace a Chance.
That's true.
I think they got it. Yeah.
But yeah, they put this up. But yeah, you just look at the spelling backwards.
Yep, and it's literally
like,
join the Navy. Like you said, subliminal messages, but
I really think the Simpsons, they were like on the fringe of peeping all that shit. Like
they're always ahead
all
of
the
their time.
always, bro.
Always ahead of their
But
time.
that's why, like, think about it now. Simpsons doesn't hit the way it used to.
No.
Because like all of that shit, like you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of the shit Simpsons like predicted, like they joked about. And like, ain't no way that's gonna really happen. There's this
They were on the money for most of a lot of events.
Oh hell yeah, and that's why I say it's like that's why satire doesn't hit the same anymore, because the line between reality and shit you never thought would really happen
Is actually happening.
is actually happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like shit like that,
But he may be joking around in that, but I seen that there was a video. They obviously it was cut off. I only seen the first part, but I do remember that movie. So he can clown whoever he wants to.
No, I remember that movie too.
But I remember
not
that
with
movie.
not with Shaquille O'Neal, with him.
with
With him. Yeah, I remember him being in that movie, and it's like whether it have been from another reality or not, it existed. And him joking around, he's a comedian, so people are going to take it as a joke. They're not going to take it as serious. Because we even talked to Shemeka, and Shemeka's like, yeah, I remember that movie too. And she's older than both of us. So it's like,
Wow, we're gonna get beat up now.
They gonna FBI open
yep.
up, bro.
Yeah, she's definitely going to call me out next week.
Busting through the window.
Yep. She's like, Jeff, what did you say? But no, she was literally telling us she remembers watching that movie when she was young. So if she remembers and we remember, then it actually happened. It's just that he's saying that it didn't happen by saying, oh, I was on crack and then the Black Ops did this and he's a comedian. He's supposed to do that type of satire with everybody. But I mean,
There we go, goddamn 47. There we go. That's what it was.
all right, what are we talking
He's
about?
like, how many stars on the American flag? And she's like, there's 13 stars or some shit like that.
13 stars.
I don't know why it's not taking me to YouTube. They have this thing on every freaking site
Because they
except
don't want
YouTube.
they don't want
That's
you
crazy.
they don't want you to get flagged. That's basically it, Jeff.
Please don't show nothing crazy, because I don't trust these ads on these sites. I'm telling you, man.
V-Lipsy?
I'm telling you, that looks sketch. You know what?
Yep.
That's probably a Russian bot site. Here we go. YouTube will help me out. Yeah, they asked her how many stars on the American flag. This was when Worldstar was really popping off, where they did like the street interviews and shit, and they just interviewed some random people. She was hilarious. And I think it was to win like $100 or something like
How
that.
many stars on the American flag?
Shit, we got 13 colonies, so 13 minus 50.
Goddamn 47.
God damn, 47. We got 13
47.
stars.
13 minus 50. Goddamn 47. That's not even. That's not.
47.
We got 13 minus 50.
Goddamn 47.
Ain't no way. Bro, that shit never gets old, man. That never gets old.
But yeah.
Hell no.
Goddamn 47.
So we got giant sinkholes. We got Mandela effect. You think there's a convergence happening?
If it's happening pretty soon because, like you said, the revealing of the UAPs, the sinkhole being discovered in
You
China.
think it's them motherfuckers fucking with us?
On the 29th. I mean, like you said, advanced civilizations beyond the Arctic, and then the gateway, not a gateway, but a pathway to get to Hollow Earth. And of course, he was talking about the advanced ships that can fly back and forth without any propulsion or anything like that. So that kind of sounds similar to what we were doing when we did the aliens episode on how he was the vehicles that the ships that he described were the same ships that
They're the same shit over the past 50 years.
exactly. So they've been here.
70
They've been here, and that's the thing. So I mean, if there is a convergence, like you said, I mean, if your prediction is 2035, I mean,
I don't know. It's something. Like I can't tell you. Okay, this is.
well,
What's
like
gonna
you
happen.
said too, the Great Reset. Like you were talking, I remember you were talking about the Great Reset.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of that, the convergence of that happening too, because they've been saying it's been happening for a while, and then say by 2030 is when it should take full effect. So I think all of that has connection to it because I've been hearing Great Reset for the last 3 years, but nothing has happened.
facts.
Where all the countries come together.
What is it? You will own nothing
and be
you
happy.
will be happy.
And you will be happy. So literally,
I'm like,
Well, I'm just about there, guys. So
yeah, okay. So there's an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate. So who's a global stakeholder to cooperate in
Elon Musk.
simultaneously managing the direct consequences? See, of course they're gonna use
fucking COVID.
COVID.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Everything's
COVID-19.
yeah.
Pallet jacks don't work. COVID.
COVID, bro.
Inflation,
COVID, man. You don't understand.
the war in Ukraine,
COVID caused it. If we didn't go into lockdown, motherfuckers wouldn't have had time to get propagandized. That's
well,
what
it's
happened.
crazy because today,
Mass shootings.
Yep, COVID did that.
Well, because
Yep.
today I literally got a phone call from a vendor saying, "Oh, did you guys get any baby formula today?" No.
Bro, that's so fake, man. That's so You're not gonna convince me that was not manufactured. You shut down all the baby factories to prevent, cross contamination,
Which
the
is bullshit.
spread of this virus, And then all of a sudden, now there's a shortage, and then the government's gonna come over and take over that department, that sector.
I heard that there's a shortage on wheat too.
Yeah,
In the next 9 weeks or 6 weeks, it
right.
will
There's
be
gonna
out.
be a short because
and wheat is one of the main
yeah,
ingredients
40% of
for baby
the
formula.
40% of our ingredients all of a sudden came from Ukraine.
All of-
All of a sudden,
All of a sudden.
everything we ever needed for the world economy to run just came from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
That's trip. That is trip.
So my question is, what is there that they need?
and it also plays into the whole.
So
oil
this is what
thing.
we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna you're gonna get a little pamphlet, and this is what you're gonna get per month, and that's it. That's what the government wants.
They gonna
Just like
ration
in Cuba,
that shit.
you're only allowed to have certain things per month. You got to get a little stamp when you go pick it up, and that's it. Due to COVID, this is what we have to do.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta take shit away because
Yeah.
of COVID. But in the broader view, it's like it kind of plays into the whole, like why gas and why we're pushing this whole
Exactly.
electric agenda.
Exactly.
Who's like I said, what was it last week? We had a conversation. I was like, who's one of the main suppliers of oil? Russia. Russia has like so many pipelines supplying Europe with a fuck ton of oil, and we're buying off of Russia because we don't want to go into our reserves.
Well, we were buying off of Russia, but back in 2001, we were buying from who?
Oh,
All right.
Iraq or Afghanistan?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Yeah.
Who had their pocket or who had partnership? And I don't want to say partnership, but the Bush administration, his dad had some
Yeah.
some either partnership or a percentage owning something with,
Oh, yeah.
with the oil over there, and whole bunch of shit.
I'm telling you. And his son just finished the job.
Mm-hmm.
Son just finished the job.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, like now you got Russia supplying all this oil to Europe and shit. It's like, how can we get people to stop using oil without just directly cutting them off?
Electric cars.
Manufacture a war. Make a war.
Monkeypox.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. They
coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. You're gonna have to have a mandatory shot
For monkeypox.
for
But no,
monkeypox.
go ahead and finish your thought, man.
Yeah,
Then we'll
man.
talk about monkeypox.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you think about it, it's like, all right, Russia's providing us with a whole bunch of oil, right?
Yeah.
Ukraine providing us with wheat
And the other 47% of shit
percent
that we
of
need.
shit. Yeah, wild as fuck. So let's manufacture a war to hurt the biggest supplier of oil. That way we can wean the rest of the world off of oil and then push this all electric green future, you know, where everyone is reliant on this subsidiary government. That's
But what, like, why do you think they want us on
Electric.
electric cars?
What that is the what is
Isn't
the
isn't
agenda?
it to have almost full control of what you can? and
oh
can't do?
right, that's true.
Because
That
if they stop, if
Yeah.
we can get gas, they're not going to be like, oh, you can't, you can't drive or you can't do this.
that and we can track you
Yeah, everything electric you can do.
Yeah. Oh, and it's easier to
because
like,
you gotta understand Teslas now need your facial recognition to start the car. Exactly. You sit on the seat, it automatically starts.
Now, think about if there's no more gas, and everybody's car is electric, they have more control.
that's
And guess
facts.
what? If they want to control certain times to where you can and can't drive,
They can do that.
EMP, and they
That's what I
shut
was about
down.
to say. Yeah, that's
They
what I
can hit
was
a
about to
button and that's
say.
it. There's
Well,
no.
Didn't you say they were creating cop vehicles that can stop electric cars by just hitting an EMP?
Yeah, they just like send a signal to the car and it
and
just
then shut it off.
like
Well, I remember back in you watched Too Fast, Too Furious,
Yeah.
and the cop reaches out. They're chasing
eject
down,
those
75, what it looks like in Miami, and they shoot the like a claw looking thing sticks to the car and it starts, it's like an EMP or
EMP
whatever.
and it
Yeah,
shut the,
it short circuits the car. And then like you said, that's where it's headed. Because crime is gonna be really hard
crime is
to commit.
See, even in this day and age, like
It's hard.
how do you commit?
You can't even fake a picture.
Bro, technology is just. I think that's what's gonna. You can't really enforce crime, so you kind of gotta. How do I say it? What is it? Not Total Recall. The one where they predict a crime before it happens.
Oh, you're talking about
Minority Report.
Report with Tom Cruise.
Right, where it's shit like that, where you have so many, or Eagle Eye, you just have so
Yeah.
many eyes everywhere. Everyone's tapped into everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where it's like, you can control what people see, like even with social media apps and like TikTok, like you have algorithms.
That feeds the dopamine.
Everyone
in order
has
for
a
you to watch.
digital-
Exactly.
Everyone has like a digital footprint that can essentially like show you who you are. And one thing that I peeped was like even during the Amber Heard trial, even when she was like deleting messages and shit saying like it wasn't her who leaked certain videos, they had experts that could look like at EXIF data and like metadata on her phone to show you where she sent it, what location, what time.
I mean, that's just like. Now I would think that's just common sense.
Exactly.
Like and on her part.
on
Like
her part, right?
you deleting it ain't gonna mean shit. They can pull it up.
Nothing's always deleted. 100%.
They can see where they sent it and this and that. Like
That's crazy, man. And they were able to like pinpoint what kind of editing apps she used, like
if she changed the image or not.
if she changed
yeah.
the image, if it was resized.
So like they say, it's very hard to commit a
It's
crime. You
hard.
You can't really commit crimes anymore because it's very hard to
Right.
murder somebody without
And that's the
them
thing,
finding
because
out
like
everything
a lot
about
of people
you.
are like they think this whole takeover is going to be overt in front of your face.
No, it's under the table.
It's all
They're
under
doing
the
it
table.
right now,
And it was like what I said in I think one of the episodes, like where I was like, you're doing their job for them.
Yep.
Like every device you own, every product you buy from them, like that's just a contract that you don't realize you're signing away.
Yeah.
You
Which
shall
is why
sign.
they always say read the contract. You just scroll down, agree.
Yeah,
and
the
then you,
end user agreement.
Yep.
When's the
Yeah,
last
like-
time you read an end user agreement?
when I had to ask Jeff. Like, yo,
He's like, I gotta read these 10 pages.
do I gotta read all of it? What am I signing? He's
My
like, bro.
soul.
He's like, just sign it. It's all right, dude.
Nah, don't worry, man.
I showed up and I don't own anything now. So.
You see the fucking U-Haul pull up to your house. They hauling everything. Tow
Damn.
truck. Yup. You just signed the lease over of your house, man.
That's a life lesson, buddy.
You read it.
Oh man, but yeah, it's just shit like that. Like,
So with the conspiracy, what would you say how does monkeypox fit into this?
well, they
Because-
couldn't get us with COVID,
Nah.
so let's.
I mean, I think they did get a lot of people for a while, but I think even the people that I'm not saying COVID wasn't real. It
No,
was
no,
real.
it was.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
I'm just saying they at first maybe 7 months, maybe first year, everybody was tripping about it and
Oh, everyone's
God,
freaking out,
and
double masking and
double mask.
I don't want to go out and
that's how they get you fear.
doing shit that don't make sense and like you're wearing your gloves in the grocery store, but you're wearing you take them into your car and then
you're touching everything.
you're touching everything.
and then
that
it's
was the
like,
contradiction in that.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so much. So I just think they just had to, pull something else out to
Right. You just look
force
at
an agenda.
history, right? Once they declassify a whole bunch of documents, you know what I'm saying? Like, it always seems like it's for a good cause, but there's like an underlying reason.
Well, it's like we're going to give them just a little bit so they can please the people that are actually digging into this and making other people like, come to terms with it and, being woke, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So we're just going
I feel like woke's gonna
unclassified
mean
this.
something else in the future now. If you're woke, you're like an anarchist or some shit.
to, yeah,
Where
that,
your friends come
that,
after you.
that's
Yeah, of course.
that's something that gonna just like with there's been things about the school shooting.
Mm.
The kid had the weapon that he had was like $2,700 or something like that.
Yeah.
The scope on it itself was like $600-700 itself. He's 18. And certain other thing like everything that he bought, it's like $5,000 or something like
Right,
that.
he was-
Like, where do you get the money at?
But then the first thing they'll say is grandmother's credit
Yeah,
card.
they say he swiped. So he clapped his grandma, swiped her car or their truck, and then used the credit card. But like, he turned 18 like a few days prior. You see what I'm saying?
But I just and also is like they're also saying like if you go pick a random 18-year-old out and he doesn't look like a person that knows about firearms.
Yeah.
And the name brand that they're speaking of the optic scope, that's $700. My random 18-year-old that just turned 18 has nothing. I can it'd be different if he was a hunter or he grew up around guns.
Right.
And this, that, and the other, but he doesn't.
There's
That
no
wasn't
history.
even
There's
his
no
MO,
history
yeah.
of it.
That
Yeah.
wasn't the case.
Mm-mm.
And he has this scope, which you're not, if you ask any 18-year-old, all right, what's the name of a scope brand?
I couldn't.
I
I
couldn't,
couldn't name it either.
I couldn't.
But apparently he chose the best of the best.
You know what I'm saying? And same with the rifle,
Yeah, bro got like top tier fucking.
top tier.
Regardless if he
Oh,
bought it
dude,
with his
shit.
grandma's credit card or not, he does not know anything about guns. There's no history prior to the guns.
So that's the thing that they're certain people like certain groups are saying that it can be it's one of the conspiracies, just like the Sandy Hook,
Right.
that they're trying to force an agenda on us to make gun laws tighter. To have more control, and just like with the gas prices going up, they want to keep the gas prices up.
Yeah.
They want to keep, unfortunately, having these events happening, so they can get everybody that's just goes with the flow, goes with mainstream
Through
media,
Fear.
Yeah.
and
Fear.
just take all the guns away.
Through fear.
Fear and freedom.
That's the easiest way to control
So
people.
you have no weapons to defend yourself. Gas is super expensive, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna go to an electric car, whatever. Okay, cool. Let's do that. That's a great idea. Let's take fossil fuels away. Let's just do that.
You've seen it in Lehigh. There's so many Teslas driving around now.
Yeah, they got that new place up there. Yeah, but
Yeah.
one, it's the easiest way to control people through fear, because it's like you don't want to like. It's an ambiguous fear. There is no pinpoint. This is what you should be afraid of. It's like a culmination of your like. What is it like a chaos?
Yeah.
We don't want chaos to take over.
Yeah,
but,
so they
like,
do little by little.
exactly.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people that are I would say extremists on the conspiracy side. Like I believe There's a lot of different shit. There's shit going on that we don't know, that they don't want us to know about. There's a lot of, there's a lot of proof of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the people that go on the internet, try to explain everything away, just like the 9/11. It wasn't an inside job. That's what they want you to believe. I don't believe that.
I don't
But
believe
and then they have people or
I'll tell you right
expert
now,
witnesses or experts who are like, oh well, this really can happen. This this building can really come down like a demolition.
perfectly. Honestly.
Perfectly. And this and that.
And then this building 2 blocks away just mysteriously collapses.
First.
Before
That
anything
held,
happened.
documents of the paper trail that they.
But again, you're crazy. Right?
Of course.
That's how they're depicting it as.
And then the pilots trained in the U.S.
And they found the ID of the pilot who crashed the plane into the building a couple blocks away.
That's wild. He chucked that bitch out.
They chucked it out the window. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo, get this shit. I'm out of here.
He chucked it out the pressurized window.
As he's going 600 miles an hour
that
into
could
a
have
building.
blew his eardrums out. Yeah, he did
That's
that
nuts.
for sure. But
That's
of course, again, they're
nuts,
gonna
man.
dub you as crazy.
But even now with the whole Texas shooting that happened, now they have, one of the government agencies are doing investigation.
There's no investigation.
They're not gonna find
There's no
shit.
investigation.
They're not gonna find shit.
They're gonna sprinkle their crumbs
Yeah.
and
But
then
they
close
want to
it.
do it little by little because there's people that believe what we believe in, but on a like a
major scale.
an extreme scale to where it's they want to have a fucking army and like just take over the government and do crazy shit. So they don't want to release everything and do certain events, and they want to do little by little.
Anarchists.
What was it, back in 2017 when they were there you go. So the Freedom of Internet Act. So I think back in 2017, there were few people, but the guy that I watch on YouTube, Philip DeFranco, he was one of the guys kind of sounding the alarm that the government was trying to regulate the internet. And it passed. The bill passed. But they were trying to regulate the internet to allow certain information to go through, to scrub certain things, and the people that they were really honing on were a lot of these ISP providers and service hosters, server hosters. And I was really thinking about that, because think about back in the day, right before this act passed, when you went on the internet, you were able to see everything.
Any and everything, yeah.
Any and everything.
Well, now they're doing VPNs now, so
Yeah, VPN is a thing. Well, it's going to be a matter of time before they start regulating those.
rating the VPNs.
But
too,
that was kind of like a red flag, where it's like they can control what you can put online. They have the jurisdiction to scrub things online, scrub certain information, and allow certain information to go through. I don't think it's like this widespread like China's internet, where they just block everything outright. But this was more of hey, here's an example of them under the table restricting what you can and can't do, and what you can and can't say online, and what information you can and can't see.
That's crazy.
Because back in the day, you remember Live Leak was a thing.
Yeah.
It showed you raw, unedited.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now it's like all.
What about
always,
4chan?
4chan.
Yeah.
4chan was a thing before they started really regulating. The old Reddit was a thing. Even back in the day, you were able to see raw, uncut footage of things that were happening around the world. And now, you can't post that. Most of them, they'll either be restricted. Even now, when you Google search something,
Or you get the fact checkers group.
Yeah, you have the fact checkers group, and it's like, well, who's fact checking the fact check?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Who's fact checking the fact checkers?
Bro, back when this the COVID was really big, and you post anything saying anything against COVID or saying that this is really what's going on, you shit gets taken down.
Yeah, they would.
The fact checkers checked it and said this was propaganda is what the hell I was
Well,
thinking
it was
about.
the same. It was the same thing with the YouTube algorithm. Any videos that said where you said COVID, they couldn't even say COVID. They either had to say the vid or 19 or the virus.
Bro, it's the word I was thinking about earlier was propaganda.
Okay, propaganda.
They show certain things on the TV to make other countries. The U.S. did that with Japan.
Yeah.
With
I just can't think of that word.
what were you saying again? Oh yeah. Like now, even with YouTube now, and certain websites too, where it's like even mentioning the word COVID, even if you're giving information.
Yes,
on
it has a little thing on the bottom.
they'll put that little subtext, that little information center, or
Yes.
they'll demonetize you or deplatform.
Yep. And then you, damn, that's
That's
crazy.
Crazy.
That's
man.
crazy.
That's crazy, and that came with that whole freedom of internet.
I posted something about on Instagram about something to do with the COVID and the government or something. I forget what I posted, but it was taken down, and then the message was like, "You're spreading false information across the platform, so you're, I think they banned me for a week or something like that,
shit.
and they took the post down."
Was this Facebook,
No, Instagram.
Instagram?
Same
Damn,
thing.
Instagram, bro.
Well, yeah,
They own by.
Yeah,
It's
oh
owned
yeah,
by
it is
Facebook.
owned by Facebook.
yeah. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
The Meta.
The metaverse.
See, okay, so net neutrality refers to laws and regulations which enforce the principle of net neutrality. Opponents of net neutrality enforce claim regulation is unnecessary because broadband service providers have no plans to block content or degrade network performance. Opponents of net neutrality regulation also argue that the best solution to discrimination by broadband providers is to encourage greater competition among such providers, which is currently limited in many areas. There's only like 4 major, and their thing is, okay, so if you don't want to be part of this, if you don't want to be under this umbrella of net neutrality or non-net neutrality, which means just leave the internet alone, start up your own ISP provider. Why are you going to do that? You have CenturyLink out here. You gonna try to start your own internet company?
No,
What do you think CenturyLink's gonna do?
They're gonna try to.
They're gonna come in, either find a way to either buy you out, shut you down, or take you to court or something.
Yeah.
And they have enough money. And the reason why a lot of these competing ideas don't get off the ground, where it's like, you notice everything is consolidating into major corporations, these billion-dollar corporations, and they're essentially controlling certain avenues of our life. Is because, one, we can, come together and, try to form something independently, but they have enough money to
Keep you in court.
Yeah.
They will drain your pockets. They will drain your pockets, and that's and it's not the idea of.
Well, perfect example, XRP. It's already been 2 years.
Oh yeah.
It's already been 2 years. Yeah. They're not letting them go because they know the capability of what it can bring to the entire world.
What's that?
Oh, XRP. So it essentially allows for more efficient, more fluid cross-border payments without.
So basically, XRP bought Western Union. So basically, instead of it taking an hour or 5 hours, it takes 3 seconds for you to get your money. And
why in the hell did it take that long for Western Union to give you your money?
I don't know. But
Okay.
essentially, what they're trying to do is they're trying to approve that. But who sued them again?
The SEC.
The SEC sued them.
They're just keeping them in court.
They're just keeping them in court,
Yeah.
right? They got enough money. It's government money, so they're just going to keep them in court because they know the capability of what XRP can do for a lot of people. So basically, if you take $50 and you transfer into pesos, it'll still be $50 in pesos without
without
the conversion, the cost.
conversion fees, border.
So how do they make money?
They don't.
No, it's literally a software. It's a platform.
Yeah,
That's how they.
and they partnered
'cause
up with all the
they'll make
banks.
money through the banks.
Yeah.
Like partnering with banks, partnering with individuals, partnering with software developers, partnering with.
And they have
governments.
been throughout the entire country,
Yeah.
except for
America
the United States,
is the last country
which is giving them shit.
giving them shit.
But France is on.
So-
UK's on. British Columbia's on.
Use XRP to bridge 2 currencies to facilitate faster, more affordable cross-border transactions across the world. Use XRP as a more accessible alternative to traditional banking and move different currencies around the world. Use XRP Ledger's strong open source foundation to build powerful applications without hurting the environment.
Exactly, and there's no.
So it's literally, what was it? The thing that Swift. This would challenge Swift.
And that's what they don't want.
This would challenge SWIFT cross-border payments, like when they cut Russia off from SWIFT. They weren't allowed to use MasterCard. They weren't allowed to use certain banks. Companies that were taking money, that were doing business in Russia, their money was transacted through SWIFT. So it would just convert rubles to whatever currency
Russia
it was,
uses,
and that's
yeah.
what kind of allowed, the global economy to seamlessly, keep moving.
Yeah, and that's essentially what XRP can do for everybody.
Yep, and it would threaten banks. It would threaten.
Oh, it threatened all banks.
Every bank.
Unless you became a digital bank, it threatened all banks. You would no longer need banks anymore. And that's what the United States doesn't want, because they still operate on currency.
Mhm.
So, but
That's
that's
there we
kinda
go.
another one, yeah.
Society. This already sounds fucking sketchy. The Society for World Interbank Financial Telecommunication.
There's a hidden meaning in that.
I'm telling you, man. If you use a globe in your shit,
Global domination is the hidden
yeah,
term.
we already know what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
We just gotta give it a different acronym.
So it provides services related to the execution of financial transactions and payments between banks worldwide.
Yep.
And its principal function is to serve as the main messaging network through which international payments are initiated. It also sells software and services to financial institutions, mostly for use on its proprietary SwiftNet. What is this doing?
But what's the difference though?
So this is on blockchain, so it's a ledger. It's immutable.
Nobody can corrupt it.
So no one can corrupt
Hack it.
It's trackable. You can
Yep.
find every single where all the money's going.
So if you're stealing
Yeah.
$1 million
Right.
worth of XRP,
Right.
essentially trying to hack the system, we can track it and then take the money right back.
Or if you're just trying to steal $1 million
Yeah.
and you're based in the XRP ledger,
Ledger.
we know where that money is going.
And we can literally take it
Yeah.
back and
The-
arrest you.
It's essentially introducing like blockchain technology, not crypto coins, blockchain technology
Yeah.
to the global market.
Yeah.
Where it's like, one, it'll make markets more efficient because you don't have money being lost through corruption or transaction fees or under the table payments or people skimming off the top.
Yeah.
Because all transactions are tracked on the blockchain.
Yeah.
So if you go to like Etherscan, like if I look up any blockchain address, I can find out where every single cent has came and went. And it's the same thing with like, let's say the stock market's running on this. You know what I'm saying? And then you have that delay when you hit the sell button or a call or something like that.
Mhm.
Like with this, because it's
It only takes 3 seconds.
it's
3 seconds.
almost instantaneous.
It's instantaneous.
So there isn't that relay,
And the fee is 0.00001 XRP.
which is
So it's slim to none. It's like
practically nothing. It's one.
I thought you said there wasn't a fee.
It's honestly okay.
Why you lying,
what,
man?
Okay.
See, you're a spokesperson for this place.
But like it's just stuff like it just makes you'd see a big difference in the world economy.
Yeah.
You just the markets would be a lot more stable because everything's traceable. Like especially for large corporations, everything's traceable. So like
So nothing under the table, no.
right.
So it's like if our
It's
company
stamps
were,
out-
That's a big no from over here.
yeah. So it's like if our company were to donate to a Republican or Democratic Party, we'd be able to they'd be able to track it and see how much is going to.
And let's say he donated to my party, and I take like 25% and spend it on a fucking yacht. Well, everyone's on.
What if you cash it out though? Like, what if you get the donation onto the?
Still trackable.
Right, because if a bank is on the
Are you able to take cash out?
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that?
You can physically take cash out.
So how would you track that?
Well,
then?
because it's XRP to.
Like if you have a certain amount of XRP, can you go to the whatever bank that has that,
A digital bank.
a digital bank?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I need currency because you're gonna need currencies at some places. And
like
take that
physical
out.
currency, right?
I donate $1 million to you, and through XRP. and you go to a digital bank. All right, I'm gonna take that money out.
Well, aren't they doing like a?
After that, you can't trace it.
You can't trace it. Yeah, that's facts. That
Yeah, that's true.
cold hard cash, absolutely. At the end of the
Which
day,
is
cold
where
hard
the
cash.
Great Reset comes in, where it's just,
But now, check this out, though,
Alright.
right? So
He said, "Shut your mouth, Jeff.
someone's gonna have to.
I'm
Someone's,
not done yet."
Someone's gonna have to deposit that money somewhere, right? Is that-
it's Bruce. That's why I locked the door.
That boy's
I told
smart,
you,
man.
he knows how to open the
Yeah.
door.
That boy's smart.
Yeah.
Don't let me in here.
But someone's gonna have to deposit that money somewhere,
Mhm.
aren't they? Like,
You sure?
unless you're keeping money in a vault or a mattress, like,
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna deposit it, how? But you're still not gonna be able to track that $1 million once it's out of the. If I donate to you, you take it out and you give it to somebody,
Mhm.
and you go do whatever. How are you gonna trace that?
But I think
So yeah, you can give it to 14 people. They can go deposit it into their banks or whatever. How do you know that's that money? You know what I'm saying?
But essentially, that's the goal: is to get away from paper money.
Well, even
So
now,
what if you have a blackout and you can't? There's no electricity.
then we're fucked. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the only reason why, because at this point, what can we really do?
yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? Because even now, the government's doing they're not printing as many dollars as they used
As
to.
they used to, yeah.
And-
Especially since COVID started.
Mhm. Yeah, especially since COVID.
Yeah.
started.
We spent 6
I
years.
told you, yeah,
worth
that was
of
the
money.
catalyst. They
Yeah.
needed to stop the entire world.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Sneak this little bug in, and and then that just kind of has the gears rolling.
Yeah, because of COVID, we got all the paper. We used all the paper cash. You know?
Yep.
We used
Exactly.
all paper.
So we need a reset in order to go to
Exactly.
digital.
Because I'll have to verify this, but I think there's like a currency collection or something. Currency.
But remember, Jeff, we're crazy.
bruh.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Hey, I'll keep being crazy.
Mhm.
Dollar. I don't know how to search it. Reclaim or some shit like that.
But-
Where they're actually nah. Oh, monkeypox. Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, but essentially that's why I brought up that example, because with XRP, they've been holding on. They've just been milking it to the point where the judge says, "You have nothing on them. I need your dissertation by August or September, and then we'll go from there.
Right.
If you have nothing on them, then we're shutting this case down." But it's been essentially 2 years. So I hold XRP, he holds XRP, my mom holds XRP. We can't do nothing. We can't even sell it
And of course,
because they're just holding it.
right.
They're just holding it.
Right. It's
Because
blocked.
it's
You
a
can't
it's
sell.
a it's a security.
It's a secure.
But they can't prove it's a
They
security.
can't prove it's a security.
They've just been milking it for 2 years now.
So
Yeah.
you own what? You have money on it, or what are you talking
Yes.
about? Yeah.
We invested super early.
Yeah.
We
Be-
invested
before-
super
before-
early.
before it went
they halted all trading and transaction, because you're essentially holding like a node of it's not essentially a currency. Like, I'm not gonna go and spend XRP.
No, you can't. It's
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not.
It's just I own a portion of this network that will allow for, cross-border payments, transactions, trackable, auditing.
It's like a
and all
share.
that shit. You just hold a share in
share of
this.
it. Yeah.
And they didn't like that because SWIFT is really controlled by centralized governments.
Boom. But
Now
XRP is
XRP
free.
is offering that to individuals, and they don't like that.
They don't want the power to go into the hands of the people. They want it to stay in the government.
They want it to stay, and that's why. And the only reason why, for me, it's like where you say, "Well, how are they going to track dollars?" Well, they won't be able to track dollars,
No.
but the route that we're going on, we have to stay competitive in the global market.
Yeah.
Which is why they're discussing with a lot of these like Coinbase and a lot of these crypto companies on how to develop CBDC, a central banking digital currency. China's already on their way to doing that.
Shocking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
China's already on their way to doing that.
And they were telling, excuse me for interrupting, but they were telling the SEC essentially, if you guys do not jump on this, then
You will be behind.
You'll be, not only will you be behind, but the entire world is gonna back up China's currency and not America's.
and not yours. You see what I'm
So
saying?
it's like, why are you pushing this
Because
for this?
we're
long?
not saying XRP is going to be the money we're transacting. No, XRP is just the platform, the service.
It's the hub from
hub.
which every
all these transactions
Yeah,
are
it's
going
like
through.
input,
just
output.
like Swift.
yeah
Just
input
like
output.
Swift. You know what I'm saying? This is just the competitor that's going to essentially replace Swift, but Swift is controlled by governments, NATO, you know, like these huge centralized entities. And the way you kind of get rid of that control is by spreading out that power amongst individuals, you know,
Yeah.
citizens, civilians. And you see like Venezuela, they didn't develop their own CBDC, but they just hopped onto Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be our reserve currency. You see what I'm saying? So it's a matter of not should we not? It's already being done. We just need to be ahead.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the purpose of like the U.S. and everything. We just got to be ahead against all of our adversaries,
Especially
all of our
China.
competitors. You know what I'm saying? But in that, they don't want to lose that power that they have. Because if the government can control your money, you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They control what you do, what you say, what you think. Because all we got to do is just, you know, trump up some bullshit on you and just block your accounts. You see what I'm saying? So it's just things like that. Like, of course, the whole crypto craze right now, it's like gambling. But if you're really looking into blockchain as a technology, you see how it's a lot more transformative rather than just selling a shit coin and trying to become a millionaire. That's not where the value is. The value is in the technology.
Which is why I kind of brought that up, because that's like another conspiracy type
Right, absolutely.
type ordeal, which
Absolutely.
like,
Because it's already here. It's
al-
already
yeah.
happening.
but they don't want to accept it, so
Right.
they're just gonna keep milking it.
Right. You know, or they want to have some sort of regulation or control.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you're doing something you're not supposed to over the Swift network. Well, now we can seize your assets or block your, you know, da-da-da. You know, and just stuff like that. But XRP is one of those things where it's like, it has the potential to empower a lot of people on a global scale.
The people. not-
The people. You know, whether you're a small business or whether you're a large corporation, you can transact on XRP and not have to deal with cross-border fees or, you know, banks like looking into your shit, you know, or being your own bank, essentially. You are your own bank. You control your assets. You control the value of your asset. Like, let's say I want to offer a service that's only tailored to my business. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be in dollars. It could be in my specific asset that I offer. So you investing in my asset on this XRP ledger will benefit you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Instead of, my money, which is really the government's money.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that.
Monkeypox.
All right, monkeypox. Bro, that shit trips. I hate looking at it because it
Do you want to scare our viewers?
messes with my my trypophobia.
Oh man. Oh, the little
Yeah.
holes.
You know, you ever seen that, man? Like the whole trypophobia shit? That shit's, I don't know, man. That shit just makes my skin itch.
I mean, this will be the final point, monkeypox. Because then if we're going too deep down the rabbit hole, I promise you.
What do you mean? We're in
gonna
Wonderland
get- we're
right
gonna
now.
get
What
shut
the fuck?
down.
Yeah,
They're gonna,
exactly. They're gonna be like,
Here, trypophobia. Like this shit.
Jeff's house burned down last week.
This shit. That shit fucks with me, man. I'm
I don't like that
telling
shit,
you.
bro.
That shit. All right, so monkeypox. When you look at this shit,
That's
man,
after you get it.
Yeah, this is after you-
After all the pops.
I think this is like 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
You just start getting these fucking
Bumps.
bumps. Oh man. Oh.
So how is this connected to everything?
This
Yeah.
is just
Is this just something that randomly?
this is part
bring-
2.
Part two, because
is part two.
COVID didn't work, right?
No, COVID worked.
COVID worked to a certain point,
COVID
but they
worked
got
to a certain
everybody got tired of it after 2-3 years of it, and they're like,
Okay. So now
even the people that don't believe in what we're talking about, we're like, yo, this is getting ridiculous. All right, let's.
Right.
I'm not wearing this fucking mask.
Fuck
anymore.
this man. So
Now it's monkeypox.
so
to
now it's monkeypox.
start the reset.
Well, no. COVID was the beginning.
Okay.
But like when you look at COVID, it's like okay, it's like a super flu or like
Mhm.
you know something like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that in the beginning it instilled fear.
Yeah, of course.
And then after a while, people were just getting agitated, and then you run the risk of having society revolt against you. So how do you keep society from revolting against you? Plant something even scarier. Tell them, hey, you'll look like a fucking lizard person with monkeypox out here. So that way we can instill an even more, a higher level of fear in you to get you to listen to us.
That's crazy.
But I think this ain't gonna take off like COVID did.
No.
I don't think so.
COVID is
There's gonna be
airborne.
people. There's gonna people to be cautious, which you should through everything. Your day to day life. But they're gonna find something else that's not to make it.
Well, here's how they do it. It's like they tried. What was it? How many versions of COVID did we get?
It literally
Like-
spelled the entire name.
30 versions.
It did. Remember, I had I said,
Omicron, Delta.
see, COVID was C,
Okay.
Omicron was O, V is virus.
You might be saying too much.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You might be
Well,
saying.
Don't finish it.
Yeah, don't finish that. You might be saying too much.
Jeff's
Jeff.
house burned down last week.
Hello.
You might be saying too
Circle
much.
with me.
Jeff. But like, what they'll do is, because here's what it is, right? So they'll be like, okay, here's the virus, right?
Mhm.
And then you scare a certain amount of people. So now we got to up the stakes. All right, man, the virus mutated. So now it spreads faster. It does this. It does this. See, now this monkeypox, this is a new strain of monkeypox. So that's how they're going to get you. Oh, this is a new strain. We don't have a vaccine for this.
So we
But at the same time, it's gonna be They ran this COVID way too long. I mean, it's real. I'm not gonna say it's not.
Yeah,
It
of
sounds like I'm
course.
saying it's
Yeah,
not.
those real
It's
lives,
real.
real people died.
Yeah,
yeah, of
absolutely,
course.
absolutely. We're
But
not
they
discrediting that. Absolutely not.
Took it to to scare the people to get certain whatever they wanted to get across. But it was lasted for way too long,
Way too long.
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are just like you can.
Fuck it. I'll take the risk.
I'll take the risk of this
Yeah.
monkeypox, and then they're like, oh, but it's a new virus now, or it's a, this. Oh well, I'll take the risk of it because we lived in that, that 2 year, 3 year span of just not being able to do anything. You stay in the house, you gotta
Yeah.
wear masks.
Now, me personally, would you really run the risk of this? Like, that's nasty.
But what are you gonna do? Just stay in your house and not do anything?
and that's what they want.
Yeah, because
But
that's
but the thing is, how is
Do
it?
you really think
how do
going
you-
outside to check your mail, you're gonna get that?
How do you?
nah,
Come on, bro.
Nah,
I mean,
you're right,
how
you're
do you
right.
contract it? Is it touching?
how
Is
do you
it
contract it?
sneezing?
Okay, so through the air, through sexual contact, through fluid. So even after the pus bubbles pop,
Mhm.
it's still infectious. So like once the pus bubbles pop,
Which is
it's-
what you showed us.
and that's actually a lot more transmissible when you have millions of pus bubbles on your body rather than it just coming from your mouth.
Gotcha.
You feel me? But no, I completely understand. Damn, this is terrible. That looks insane. That looks insidious. That's insidious, bro. See, now this was 3 hours ago. 550. And it just
Here
keeps
we go,
going
the
up.
fake ass numbers.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It just keeps
Check
going
it
up.
tomorrow. It's gonna be 10
It's
billion.
gonna be 10 billion.
And
Where did the extra?
The whole world is dead.
yeah,
Sorry,
where,
guys.
Where did the extra 2 billion people come
I think
from?
this is where we turn into the lizard people.
Yep. Oh, this is where we're gonna go to Antarctic and get through. We're like, we gotta get back.
Nah, let me stop.
That's what it is.
that.
They're
Yep.
discovering too much shit.
That's what it is. We need to stop fucking uncovering these mummy tombs. They really send in plagues.
Yeah.
You
after
find a
us, bro.
sinkhole with those big ass trees, and then you want, oh, there's a cave inside the sinkhole. Let's not go explore it, okay? Bro? 'Cause, that's gonna be something else. Is gonna.
Is that a giant centipede?
Oh shit!
Some mummy's curse shit right here. Pox virus.
Yeah.
That's
That
wild.
is crazy.
Oh, this was just updated. But yeah, they said the first person who got it never even went to Africa because that's where it originated.
Everything originates.
They said he came
because they
from-
need somebody to blame, just like China with the COVID virus. Yep.
Well, they almost got away with that with Ebola.
Yeah.
Remember when Ebola was started popping off and shit back in like
Oh, what happened to
2012? It just disappeared.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, right.
They even made an entire
map-
movie about it.
Yeah.
Ozzy and
Yeah.
Drix.
No, that was
Ebola.
that wasn't Ebola.
It was Ebola.
That wasn't Ebola. John.
Jeff. He's about to prove me wrong, guys.
On camera. Yep. What was the movie called?
Ozzy and Drix.
It wasn't called Ozzy and Drix. Osmosis Jones, kid. What you talking about, Jeff? Osmosis Jones. Moses.
You know,
He was Anthrax. His name was Thrax.
Oh, okay.
He was Anthrax.
Okay.
That's what
And
he was.
Osmosis Jones is his name, not the name of the movie.
No, that was the name of the movie. The series that ran on Kids WB
Was Ozzy and Drix. Okay, I remember. Damn, look
Yeah.
at this kid remembering. Can you get rid of that,
Yeah, I'm
please?
gonna take
Dude,
this
that-
off.
Damn, man. We gotta put this up on. Watch YouTube flag us and say, "Oh yeah, you're trying to spread
That thing's
propaganda."
gonna give you, bruh. That's nightmare.
Dude, I
fuel
can't
right
see
there.
that. Even if I see it like out in person, like
Oh yeah, it's not that I
like a
don't
sponge
like.
or something.
Yeah,
Nah, dude.
that shit nasty,
Yeah.
bro. I can't. That's the only reason why I wouldn't want smallpox. But you're right though. I'm not going nowhere that I can catch smallpox like
Yeah,
that. You see what
exactly.
I'm saying?
But then there's people listening. Oh, you can just go down the road and get it. You'll never know. It's airborne and this. Okay, let's stay in your
Wear
house
your
then.
mask because it's gonna protect us. You can smell a fart.
It's
It's
in the
gonna get
air.
through.
Yo,
But there's proof that it doesn't. The mask didn't help. Doesn't stop it.
It's not
Well, I'm
true.
still wearing a mask. So.
I still got women. You know, clean.
Oh man.
Damn. You remember how what was it? The facts just kept changing every single day.
Yeah, of course.
It was like
of course.
it lasts for 15 days.
Mhm.
And at first, it was like it wasn't even a certain mask, like how they whatever that name of the
In '95.
And yeah, it wasn't that at first.
Yeah.
It came to that point where we can wear at where we work. We
That
can
cloth.
wear a cloth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just put a shirt over your face. It'll stop from spreading COVID.
Oh yeah, it's going right
How does
through
that
the.
make any sense, bro?
Bro, I can smell you fart a mile away, and you're telling me that's gonna protect me
That's
from
what Jeff
COVID.
said.
Stop
Jeff said you
playing.
can smell a fart, you got COVID already, bro.
And it was just crazy the amount of people that believed just spoon fed
course.
anything that.
But that's the thing, and that's why I was.
It's to keep you glued to the TV.
and that's why I was
make
telling,
you rely.
That's why I was telling my brother and my mom because I know they were watching a lot of that a year and a half ago, and I said you guys gotta stop watching so much of it. I said I get it, you need to know the information on it, but it is freaking you guys
It's
the fuck
freaking
out.
you out,
So,
and
yeah.
it's making you incapable of living your normal ass life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's
You know
where
what I'm saying?
Instacart comes
And
in.
it goes to that whole fear of authority.
Yep.
You know it.
because they were immune. The people that doing that, they were immune to getting it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
What was it? I was doing ship that whole time, bro. It got to a point I was like, man, fuck this mask, bro. I remember every person I delivered to in Lehigh, they're like, if you're gonna deliver this to me, take your mask off. I was like, okay, but I was like, because it didn't make sense, and I was doing valet at the time too.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm bound to get it. If I get it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if you
But the
don't, you
mask
don't,
really
yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't doing nothing for me.
Yeah, there was just so much contradictions out there that people were doing.
And that's the
like,
thing.
geez.
A lot of people got spoon fed it and believed it, and that's the thing. You gotta
And what happened in the end? They're just like, ah, fuck it.
fuck it.
Like
I don't
just
care
what
anymore.
happened to like say it came out, the first case whatever came out in February. What happened January? You were all right.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago you weren't wearing a mask and you were touching
Mhm.
everything and then now all of a sudden 2 weeks later they, the news says COVID come out in this big outbreak and now everybody's all panicked. What happened?
Yeah.
What were you doing like 2
That many
months ago?
motherfuckers was living with it even before it was
Before
on the
they- yeah.
news.
How many people don't wash their hands when they leave the bathroom?
Exactly.
Then all of a sudden you worried about this COVID, and bro, you never even washed your hands.
Especially when we start hyper focusing on a specific cause of
Mhm.
death. Of course, you're going to see an increase of deaths.
Of course.
Of course.
If I start focusing on how many people die from lawnmower accidents, and this was a statistic that was never tracked.
That's what people are gonna be focused on.
You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, damn, 1,000 people are dying from lawnmower accidents every month.
Well, I
we
don't
gotta we gotta do something about it.
But they also made it to where it was like they're making it sound like there was 18 wheelers with like they were putting bodies in the truck because there was no room anywhere. So there was they're in New York City. They were putting
Yeah.
bodies in this
Mass
empty
graves
trailer
and shit.
because there was no nowhere to put these bodies, and they were just dying rapidly.
I wonder what happened.
Well, what didn't help too was they were putting how many people died today and how many people were infected on the news. Like today's deaths, or even on your phone when you would check your weather, it'd say today's COVID cases and today's deaths. So that didn't help a lot of people either.
Whatever happened to that?
Nobody.
Yeah, the mass grave.
Yeah, nobody heard about
on
it
Hart
after that.
Island. Like, think about let's separate that from the whole COVID thing, where it was just like you were just dumping bodies into a mass grave.
Yeah.
On Hart Island in New York.
Yeah, New York City.
That's crazy to me. Like, in what world, especially in America, is that acceptable? You're just dumping people's bodies like they got family and shit like that. Like,
Due to COVID, they couldn't do anything else.
That's true because they had no space in the hospitals, no space in the morgues. So it's like,
and you couldn't get the family member. You couldn't go and get them.
you can't
have a
funeral
anything.
service.
yeah,
nothing.
it's like what they're doing in Ukraine. Every time there's a lot of
Well,
bodies.
that's different. Like that's
Well, what
an
I'm saying is I'm just giving you an example.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I feel it. I understand.
But,
Damn.
Yep.
That's wild. That's wild. But they're saying the mortality rate for smallpox isn't even. It's not even 1%.
Slim to none. Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
there you go. There's still going to be a
They're gonna
vaccine
find,
for it.
Yeah, they're gonna find something for it.
You will die if you don't take this.
But the ones that they mostly get are the old people.
You think that's what it is?
I
It's
think
like a mass calling of like old people, like a generation or something.
I don't know.
Could that like I know that got kind of dark, but like
Jesus.
like, geez.
like hide your grandmas, hide your grandpas and shit because they're coming for them or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Like
I mean, I don't know. It just depends on you, on how you take it.
that's weird.
That's the crazy
man.
thing.
That's weird, and you'll never fucking know. Well, you probably will know, but they'll tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, what do you take from all this?
Yeah, what's your final thoughts on
Final thoughts.
all these smoke and mirrors? Yeah, what's the
Nothing is real. We don't exist. This is the Matrix.
man,
God bless.
And that's the thing that sucks.
God
It's like
bless.
a lot of these movies I watched as a kid where it's like, there's no way that's possible. It's like
But then they're force
now
feeding.
everything is
Subliminal.
everything's so fringe now. Like you can't discount anything no more. You see what I'm saying? Like there really isn't like nothing. Like we can't even trust the media anymore.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we can't even trust news to really give.
MSNBC, CNN, and Fox.
I'm not even just talking about that. Like everyone has an agenda.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
views and clicks, interaction.
I mean, you have to have an agenda.
Right.
Owning a news broadcast company or a news platform, whatever, you have to push something that's going to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? And the other medias are, with COVID, they're getting people that are, how many people are dying today, or how many people are this, or when's the next case. You know what I'm saying? So you always have to have a certain thing to draw people in.
And these bad actors, like, there's no value for human life, so they'll throw as many bodies at it. Oh yeah, for sure. They'll throw as many bodies at it, as they possibly can, just to kind of get to where they need to get, and then they'll use the horrors to essentially scare you into submission.
Yeah.
Well, look at how out of control this thing is happening. The only people that can step in are centralized governments, these organizations, these
Big Brother.
these
That's all and that's what they
billionaires.
want. That's
and
what they
things
want.
like
They want
that.
to keep like you said, fear.
Yeah.
They want to keep people scared.
You know?
So it just depends on what you choose to eat up and spit out, or what you choose to listen to. Essentially is what it is. But like I said, you gotta pick and choose your battles.
Just look into everything. Don't just believe. Don't take
Face
everybody-
value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look into everything, because you never know what's real and what's made up, what's being
really
pushed,
happening.
or
Yeah.
what's being forced.
That's facts.
And again, we're crazy.
That's facts.
Nothing is real.
But it's like knowing all of that and knowing you really can't do anything. Because think about it, right? You're like, oh, you know, humanity, if the society comes together, we can over, like, bro, they have money, they have weapons, they have militaries backing them. They can protect their assets. They
Yeah.
can protect their interests.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
see what I'm saying? Like, if the government really wanted to, they could just flip the military on us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand, you know, we have guns in the Second Amendment, but, like, really think about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We just armed the whole country and millions of people are just getting bombed to death. For what reason, we will never know.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Of course, Ukraine will say it's for independence, but someone's benefiting through all this.
Of course, like who's
You
feeding
know?
them weapons, who's feeding them supplies, who's feeding them all
Yeah,
that stuff
you know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
And then essentially, after the war's done, it's like the United States saying, we own you now because
Yeah,
we
we
helped
backed you.
We
Remember
backed
that?
you.
We
yeah.
backed you, so now we own you. So now we need some of that oil or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever
resources
resources
used.
that you have. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All the things that we need to survive, apparently.
Right. If
Yeah,
we could
that we
manufacture,
don't need.
if we could manufacture a war in Iraq, you know, and everyone was all gung ho, and we're like,
Yeah, we're
Oh,
looking
yeah.
for Saddam.
Yeah,
We're looking for
Osama
Osama
and
and
all
all that stuff.
Weapons
like
of
that.
mass destruction.
Right.
Yep,
And
which
we
we never
sent
found.
soldiers,
Never found.
soldiers,
Went the wrong
and
country and
soldiers.
everything.
Right. We killed people. Like, this wasn't an organized military. It's not like we're fighting another state, a nation.
Yeah,
And it's not like it lasted a couple months.
Right. We just literally, what was it, shock and awe? Or it's just like, you just throw the entire book at them. You throw the whole barn and the kitchen sink at them. You know what I'm saying? Regular civilians with guns. You know what I'm saying? Because you came on their territory and fuck with them. And the only thing then, that's like someone coming here and it's like, yeah, we're just here to claim America's resources. You think that's going to blow over well? You know what I'm saying? Now put us in that position where it's like we don't have that type of military might, but we still have the belief that this is our country and we have the right to defend it. And they just come and just start dropping these huge fucking bombs and shit, just leveling, wasting everyone away.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then we're gonna go and rebuild them. Give them the money to rebuild what
Oh,
we
yeah.
just fucked up.
Which is fucked up.
I mean, we blew them up, and we're gonna send money to rebuild it for them.
Sorry we killed your people, but here's money to
Here's
rebuild.
money. You know what I'm saying?
Essentially, we helped you move
Like,
forward.
how many accidental drone strikes have you seen on families and shit like that?
Exactly.
It's just shit like that. It's like, yeah, you know, in theory, it's good to believe that, oh man, you know, if the power of the people collectively, we can do anything and overthrow governments and corporations. But be for real though.
Yeah, yeah.
Be for real though. The thing that protects the dollar is military. The thing that protects interest is military. You see what I'm saying? And you've seen plenty of times these militaries are not afraid to use it against civilians.
No, they're not.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think about shit like that, and it's just like, you know, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? And you know, like, that's why I like to believe in things that empower people. Like, once you distribute the individual, like, wealth power amongst individuals, like what XRP is doing,
Exactly, and that's
where
what the
I
government
can be
does.
my own
Bank.
bank, my own asset. I control who invests in me, who I want to invest in. That's a different landscape. I can't tell you what that world will look like, but it'll be better than this. See what I'm saying? You could have an asset tailored to you and what you do around your life and and it can gain value, it can gain wealth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And that'll
exactly.
offer you opportunities across different countries rather than, oh, you can't use the dollar in China. Oh, we don't accept Mexican pesos or Haitian good or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? But if we're all on this XRP system, well, it's still XRP.
Yep.
So whether I have a peso or
It's
I can still go to your
converted.
country and still have the same unlimited freedoms financially that I do have in the U.S.
Yeah.
without that government oversight.
Yep.
And that's where it comes from. You need to free people financially, you know, and then that's where you reduce the power of the government.
Spoken like a true patriot,
You know,
sir.
so it's just shit like that. But
Yeah.
that's a nice little thought I'll leave off on.
But,
But I guess let's wrap it up for today.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good conversation.
Oh, for sure.
Justin, always.
Oh, dude, doors always open for you. Man.
Always. And you
I
already
love talking to you, man.
I
You're cool.
appreciate
You're cool
it.
people,
Yeah, you
man.
bring a
for
lot.
sure.
It's
Interesting
good
topics
times.
to the
Good
table.
times.
All right.
Very
man.
interesting topics we can talk about.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
So,
All right, y'all. Well,
thank you for meeting us at the
thank you for
tabletop.
meeting us at the tabletop
Again?
And
Justin, thank you for coming back
Sure.
again.
I appreciate you having me on.
alrighty, y'all. And y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you next time.